Hello and welcome to another module of the web development course, and in this video we will be looking into more detail on selectors. As we have talked about earlier, selectors are used to select HTML tags on which the CSS is to be applied. Here we will look at different types of selectors in CSS. In a broad manner, selectors are classified into 5 categories: simple selectors, combinator selectors, pseudo class selectors, pseudo element selector, and attribute selectors. But here in this video we will be focusing mainly on simple selectors, and we will look at the other 4 selectors later in this course. So let's move on to simple selectors. Simple selectors are of further 4 types: ID, class, universal, and grouping. Moving on to ID. The ID selector in CSS uses ID attribute of HTML. I think all of you remember the ID attribute in HTML as I explained earlier in the HTML tutorial section. So the value for ID attribute in any HTML tag is unique for an element in one complete HTML document. That is, no two elements can have same attribute value in one HTML document. Syntax for an ID selector is like this, as you can see over here: a hash sign and the ID, then the ID name, and then our declaration part inside the curly braces. So we will look into an example for understanding this better. Open the same HTML document we created. Let's give this h1 an ID, like I will give it hello. We will also create another h1. I will create we will also create another h1 and give this another ID, like second. We will give this another ID second, and we will write second inside this. Now save it. Open the CSS file. Here remove this part, remove this h1 from here, and write hash hello, and then the same declaration. So as you can see, we have applied this style only to the hello ID. So as for now, this style should not be applied to this h1 and should be applied only to this h1. So let's save this CSS and HTML both and open this HTML document for CSS. So as you can see, this style is applied only to this one and not this h1. So that is how we use the ID selector in CSS, and it is used to select a single element and apply the style defined by you only to that element. Now we'll move on to another selector, that is the class selector. The class selector uses the class attribute of the HTML document. Class selector is used to apply a style to several elements in any HTML document. Syntax for this is as shown over here: a period sign, and then the name of the class, and then declarations inside the curly braces. We will look into an example for understanding this better. Open the same HTML document. What we'll do, instead of leave it as it is, the earlier part leave it, and what we'll do, we will create two h2s, and in one I will write Aditya, Pandey, and in another one I will write Kit Kaksha. And what we will do, we'll give them class foo. We'll give both the h1 h2 tags the same class foo, and we will also create another h2 in which I will write hello, and I won't give it any class. We'll save this HTML document. Now in this external style sheet, what we will do, we will apply some style to these two h2 tags. So to apply this, what we'll do, a period sign and then the class name, that is foo, then curly braces, and then our declaration part. So let's give it a color indigo, save it, just open the HTML document, and as you can see, this style, this color indigo is applied to only these two h2 tags, because we gave these h2 tags the class foo and not this one. Okay, so this is how we use the class selector. It is used to apply a style to several elements, a number of elements, a group of elements. Okay, let's move on to the universal selector. What the universal selector does, it selects all element and applies the properties to all the elements in that HTML document. An asterisk, this is the syntax for using the universal selector. An asterisk, then curly braces, and your declaration part. So let's look into an example for this. Just what we will do now, we will give all the tags a background color, that is red. Okay, so what we have done here, we are trying to give all the tags a background color red. So for that we will be using this universal selector. We'll save it and open the HTML document. So as you can see, it has given the background color red to all the tags, including the body tag, so it applies the property, or you can say the style, to the body tags too. It's not only for the tags inside the body but also for the body tag. Now we'll move on to grouping selector. So what does the grouping selector does, that it applies this style to many selectors. For example, we can use more than one selector in the selector area. We can enter different selectors like h1, h2, h3, all of them, and write the styles in our declaration part. We can also use, it's not mandatory to use the same type of selector, like we can only enter the tag name. We can also enter one tag name, one class name, and one id name. So let's look into an example for understanding it in a better manner. So just remove this one. Now what we will do, we will just write h2, then hello, then foo, and give it a background color. Cyan. Okay, and save it and open the HTML document. So as you can see, all the h2 tags, the tag with the id hello and the tags with the class foo have been selected. That is, this tag with the id hello, the tags with the id foo, and the h2 tag have been selected and have been given a background color cyan, like this over here. Okay, so this is how we use grouping selector. That's all for this video. If you like the video, like, share and subscribe. See you in the next video. Till then, stay home, stay safe.